Chapter 1, Seeds of Time. The beginning of the Redwoods opens with a whisper of the ancient, an echo of time imprinted in the simplicity of a redwood seed. This tiny, seemingly inconsequential speck holds within it the blueprint of a life that could stretch across millennia. Imagine, if you will, the dappled sunlight filtering through a high canopy, touching the fertile earth of a primordial forest. Here, our journey begins. In the quiet dampness of the forest floor, seeds, smaller than a grain of sand, begin their age-old tale of resilience and growth. These seeds, nestled lightly among their predecessors' fallen, decaying leaves, arrive at precisely the moment dictated by nature's unhurried pulse. As seasons shift, the gentle forces of sun and rain awaken the slumbering seeds. Tender roots timidly unfurl into the cool, nurturing soil, binding themselves to the earth. A shoot, delicate yet determined, pierces through the surface, reaching skyward, drawn by a celestial calling. Imagine now this nascent stalk, yearning for the light, engages in the slow, hypnotic dance of growth. Over years that stretch into centuries, it will rise majestically, inch by patient inch towards the heavens. This quiet but relentless journey is tempered by trials. Storms will rage, fires will threaten, but the resilience encoded deep within the heartwood allows the redwood not only to endure but to thrive, becoming a sanctuary for life. Moss, lichen, ferns, and fungi adorn its base, while high among its ancient boughs, birds and creatures of the canopy craft nests among the clouds. In its very essence, the redwood becomes a living testament to the cyclical nature of life, standing as a serene warrior against the passage of time, witnessing eons come and go, civilizations rise and fall. Thus, the narrative of Chapter 1, Seeds of Time, the beginning of the redwoods, is not merely about the birth of a tree, but about the ongoing symphony of life itself echoing through the ages in the heart of the forest. In the dappled sunlight of the forest, where gentle beams weave through the canopy, Chapter 2 unfolds beneath our feet in humble majesty. Here, hidden in the nurturing bosom of the earth, the journey of a redwood seed begins, a voyage that bridges centuries. Sprouts and Spirits, the first growth, invites us to witness the quiet awakening of life that starts with the smallest sprout, a whisper in the verdant wilderness. As the soil warms with the breath of spring, a tender sprout emerges from its seed casing, guided by an invisible force towards the life-giving light above. This fragile green filament, no thicker than a strand of hair, represents the nascent hope of a future colossus. Around it, the forest floor teems with life. Decaying leaves enrich the soil, insects busily forge their minute paths, knit the underground in a web of symbiotic relationships. This chapter draws us deeper into the essence of growth. As the redwood sprout faces its early trials, from the threat of shadowing by older towering trees to the peril of being feasted upon by the forest's smaller denizens, each moment is a testament to resilience. And yet the spirits of the forest seem to guide this sapling, sheltering it from the harsher fates that befall many. Through storms and serene days, the sprout stretches upward, always upward, its roots delving into the mysteries of the earth below. As days meld into seasons and seasons into years, the sprout transforms, gradually asserting its presence on the forest canvas. Its journey is a silent symphony, a steadfast reaching for the stars framed by the whispering leaves of its elders. Each chapter of growth, marked not by fanfare but by the steadfast accumulation of rings hidden beneath its bark, is a verse in the age-old song of the forest. Sprouts and Spirits, the first growth. is not merely a chapter on growth, it is a meditation on the force of life itself, resilient and serene, a narrative that reminds us of the grandeur inherent in beginnings, no matter how small. Chapter 3, The Tallest Twins. Competition and cooperation opens with the whisper of the wind weaving through the emerald canopy, where twin redwood saplings first breach the forest floor, barely a breath apart. These twin columns of life, born from the same parent and from seeds that once nestled side by side, embark upon centuries of intertwined existence, a symphony of silence and growth. As the seasons wheel above and the mist cloaks the forest in a spectral robe every dawn, the twins stretch upwards, their fragile beginnings now a distant memory. With each passing year, their trunks thicken and their leaves reach further into the blue crispness of the sky. They grow both apart and together, competing for sunlight and water, the very sustenance of life. Yet in their quest, they give strength to one another. Root systems entangle beneath the rich, dark earth, communicating in whispered nutrients, sharing warnings of drought and disease. Above ground, their branches sway in a slow, deliberate dance, touching lightly in the softest sigh of leaves. As the twins mature, they become massive sentinels of the forest, their colossal height a testament to their age and fortitude. Each bears the scars of time, fire marks from ancient blazes, deep crevices where smaller creatures find homes. Their bark, thick and furrowed, tells stories of resilience and survival. In this silent chronicle, the twins do not merely grow but thrive, fostering life not only within their towering forms but around them. Each towering trunk becomes a sanctuary, sheltering nests and burrows, their roots stabilizing the forest floor, preventing erosion, sustaining the cycle of life that feeds back into the forest's delicate ecology. This chapter, hypnotic in its description, paints the serene yet powerful lives of the tallest twins. Through them, we understand the delicate balance of competition and cooperation, the intricate dance of life where everything, no matter how vast or minute, is connected in the timeless and enduring pulse of nature. Chapter 4, The Whispering Woods. Secrets of the Sunlight begins as dawn's soft light filters through the dense canopy of the ancient redwood forest. Each ray of sunlight dances through the morning mist, illuminating the forest floor in patches of golden light. Here, in this serene realm, the secrets of growth and survival are quietly being whispered amongst the trees and wildlife. The redwood, towering and majestic, stands as a testament to the resilience and endurance of nature's grand design. As the day progresses, the forest awakens fully. The subtle rustling of leaves creates a hypnotic melody, harmonizing with the distant calls of forest dwellers. Our focus narrows to a single redwood seed, nestled in the fertile soil. This tiny, unassuming seed is the beginning of a centuries-long journey towards the heavens. We watch as the warmth of the sun nurtures it, aiding its struggle to break free from its shell. The narrative gently guides us through the stages of growth, from a fragile sapling swaying vulnerably in the breeze to a young tree steadily gaining strength and height. Each season brings new challenges, torrential rains that threaten to uproot, fierce winds that test its flexibility, and the scorching sun that drives its thirst for sustenance. Yet, with each challenge, the redwood adapts and thrives, its roots delving deeper into the earth, its bark thickening for protection. This chapter emphasizes the interconnectedness of all forest life, revealing how the redwood offers sanctuary to birds, insects, and other creatures within its sprawling branches, creating a thriving ecosystem. As the sun sets over the whispering woods, our chapter concludes in a reflective tone, pondering the centuries of sunrises and sunsets that have graced these stoic giants. With each cycle, they endure, grow, and whisper the secrets of the sunlight to those who walk beneath their towering presence, instilling a profound appreciation for the delicate yet enduring cycles of nature. In Chapter 5, The Old Guardians, Encounters with Wildlife, we delve deeper into the vibrant tapestry of life enwoven around the ancient redwoods. These majestic sentinels of the forest stand as eternal hosts to a diverse congregation of species. The muffled quiet of the forest is occasionally pierced by the scurry of chipmunks or the solemn hooting of a distant owl, each creature playing its part in the complex ballet of woodland existence. As the morning mist dissipates, sunbeams pierce through the dense canopy, illuminating the dew-laden spiderwebs into glistening silvery nets. Beneath these towering elders, foxes play in the underbrush, their russet fur a splash of color against the rich, dark soil. Higher up, the bark's rugged terrain is a playground for the acrobatic squirrels, darting from one ancient branch to another with the ease of seasoned performers. The redwoods, with their deep furrows and towering heights, serve not just as shelter, but as guardians. Historical nests are cradled in the crooks of their massive arms, where generations of spotted owls have watched the world below. The soft cooing of doves echoes through the air, almost hypnotic in its rhythm, a lullaby to the forest. As we observe, a deer steps delicately through the ferns, stopping occasionally to raise its head and listen, large eyes alert and aware. The delicate interplay of life here under the watchful eyes of the old guardians is a testament to the resilience and continuity of nature. Moss carpets the ground and climbs the trees, a vivid reminder of the lush, uninterrupted cycle of growth and decay, even as the oldest redwoods remain steadfast, impervious to the passage of time. This chapter invites the reader to lose themselves in the serene and enduring world of the redwoods, reflecting on the interconnectedness of all forest life and the silent, steady strength of these ancient trees. It is a solemn, reflective journey into the heart of the wilderness, where every creature, large and small, plays a crucial role in sustaining the ecological equilibrium. Chapter 6 unfurls amidst the enchanting shroud of early morning mist, an ethereal veil that whispers secrets of an ancient woodland realm. Here, in the dimly lit understory, our tiny redwood seed, cocooned in the nutrient-rich earth, senses the nurturing caress of the fog. The mist, a pivotal architect of this forest's life, serves not merely as a specter of the dawn, but as a vital sustenance, ladling moisture to the thirsting seed beneath the surface. As the fog loosely embraces the grove, minute droplets of water coalesce on the jagged surface of pine needles, eventually dripping into the soil, channeling life itself into the waiting seed. Within this ghostly haze, the imperceptible stirring of life begins. The seed, resilient and patient, starts its transformative journey with a tender sprout peeking through the loam, stretching towards the veiled light. Days extend into years, and the sapling grows steadfastly under the protection of the fog's damp embrace, fortifying its foundation in the shadowed forest floor. Through the passage of time, enveloped in layers of dense mist that drift through the redwood's ascending towers, our tree witnesses the repeated cycles of other lives in the ecosystem. Each organism subtly influenced by the delicate balance maintained by this foggy veil. Creatures, large and small, forge lives within these whispered contours, from the astute owl gliding silently overhead to the elusive ferns unfurling beneath. The persistent, hypnotic pulse of the ecosystem, underscored by the soft, dense fog, embraces the viewer in a tranquil, almost meditative cadence. As we observe the oldest of the redwoods, stoic and wise, cloaked in their veils, impart an understanding that the mystery of the mist is not one to be unraveled but to be revered, a vital breath in the life cycle of this serene and ancient forest. In Chapter 7, Rings of History, Fire, Storms, and Survival, the story delves into the epochal battles faced by the venerable redwood tree across centuries. Enveloped in the hushed whispers of the forest, each ring in its massive trunk encodes tales of resilience and survival. Here the narrative slows, almost to the pace of the tree's own growth, inviting the reader to experience the profound tranquility and timelessness of nature's spectacle. As we journey through this chapter, the serene narrative breathes life into the environmental tumults, the crackling fury of wildfires, the fierce roar of stormy winds, and the relentless rains. Yet, amid these chaotic clashes, the redwood stands stoic, its roots delving deeper, grasping firmly onto the earth's nurturing bosom. Fires that scar its thick, fibrous bark also clear the canopy above, allowing sun rays to seep through and rejuvenate its sprawling branches. The tale benevolently recounts how each calamity the redwood withstands adds to its legacy. The char marks are not merely scars, but are narrations of survival and adaptability. The chapter meticulously portrays how, in the aftermath of destruction, new life sprouts vigorously, painting the forest floor with lush hues of green, as if the earth itself is whispering secrets of rebirth and hope. Through hypnotic, gentle prose, the reader is guided to visualize the majestic redwood not merely as a tree but as a sanctuary, a pivotal cornerstone of an entire ecosystem. Creatures great and small find solace in its towering presence, its sprawling roots, and dense foliage providing shelter and sustenance. As the chapter closes, a sense of calm prevails, leaving behind a deep-seated respect and awe for these ancient giants who, in their unyielding silence, teach the profoundest lessons of endurance and continuity in the face of life's tempests. Chapter 8, The Symbiotic Symphony. The ecosystem interplay beckons us further into the serene life cycle of the redwood tree, unveiling the essential interconnected roles each forest inhabitant plays in this ancient, whispering world. Imagine a quiet morning in the forest, the sun's first golden rays piercing through the thick canopy, casting dappled shadows on the rich, moist earth below. Here, in this hallowed realm, each creature, plant, and microorganism partakes in a delicate dance of existence, an orchestration of life that is as intricate as it is imperceptible. As the redwood seed sprouts and begins its slow ascent towards the forest canopy, it relies on the symphony of life around it. The microscopic fungi in the soil intertwine with the roots of the young sapling, forming mycorrhizal networks that whisper nutrients and moisture into its growing body. Above ground, the thick bark of the older redwoods tells tales of survival and symbiosis. This bark acts not only as a shield against the ravages of fire and disease, but also as a nurturing sanctuary for lichen, moss, and nesting birds. Within these bark crevices, small creatures find their homes, each contributing to the health of their wooden host in unseen ways. Birds, by feasting on the harmful insects, keep the redwoods safe from potential pests, while their droppings enrich the soil below, further feeding the forest floor from which new life will spring. Every whisper of wind through the redwood's leaves, every drop of rain that falls to the ground plays a part in this symphony, a complex composition that sustains and enhances each participant's life. The chapter thus unfolds as a hypnotic invitation to witness how connections, often subtle and always profound, bind these giants to their environment, a testament to the resilience and beauty of the natural world. Here within these pages we are reminded of the gentle yet powerful interplay that sustains not just the redwoods but the whole ecosystem. In the gentle embrace of Chapter 9, The Human Touch, Threats and Conservation, we delve into the poignant interaction between humanity and the venerable redwood forests. As our journey with the redwood seed matures into its centuries of existence, we witness not only the symbiosis it fosters, but also the adversities it faces, many of which stem from human activity. The ancient calm of the forest is occasionally disrupted by the clash of saws and the thud of falling giants, a reminder of the ongoing challenges these trees endure due to logging and land development. Yet amid these threats, there is a resonant chord of hope and restoration. Conservation efforts, spearheaded by dedicated scientists, environmentalists, and local communities, weave through the narrative like gentle streams, nourishing the forest floor. Initiatives to protect and restore these forests emerge in the form of legal protections, sustainable forestry practices, and public education on the ecological and spiritual value of the redwoods. This chapter, draped in hypnotic tones, invites readers to reflect on the integral role humans play in either endangering or enriching these majestic sentinels of the earth. Through the serene yet somber recounting of the human impact, it implores each of us to consider our footprint and the legacy we wish to leave on the natural world. The chapter closes with a vision of a future where human efforts align harmoniously with the cyclical rhythms of the redwood life cycle, fostering a relationship that sustains and amplifies the inherent tranquility and resilience of these ancient forests. As we traverse the serene passage into Chapter 10, Eternal Giants, Legacy and Future Hopes, we delve into the profound legacy of the redwood trees, those majestic sentinels of the forest. Envision these towering giants whose roots intertwine with the earth's age-old secrets, standing resilient through the millennia. Our journey whispers tales of their silent witness to centuries, their boughs cradling stories of yesteryears. Here, in the hushed reverence of the forest, each redwood stands as a monument to resilience and continuity. Eternal is a word often spoken in the soft shadows under their canopies, where time slows and the world grows quiet. These trees have not merely grown. They have thrived and fostered life within and around them, creating an ecosystem that supports diverse species. The legacy of redwoods stretches beyond their physical grandeur, radiating a profound impact on environmental conservation and our understanding of nature's interconnectivity. Looking ahead, Future Hopes casts a light on the ongoing efforts to preserve these noble giants. Conservationists and ecologists weave their skills together to protect these trees, not only for their aesthetic and historic value, but also for their critical role in combating climate change. Each seedling planted today is a breath for tomorrow, carrying hopes of growth, renewal, and sustainability. Intertwined with human efforts, redwoods continue to teach us. They instill lessons of endurance and inspire visions of a future where nature and humanity coexist in harmony. As we pause in the final paragraphs of this chapter, let us reflect on our role within this legacy. May we tread softly on this earth, perpetuating the redwood's enduring spirit, nurturing the seeds of tomorrow. So, as we step out of the shadows of the redwoods, let us carry forward their legacy, ensuring that these eternal giants continue to flourish, whispering ancient wisdom to generations yet to come, in a world that dearly needs to listen.